Hello all and welcome to round 2 of the Punishing Maverick deck for Forcing the Will. Uh, let's see, let's take a look at our hand before we decide if we want to mulligan or not. We've got a good mixture of all the possible land combination colors we need. We have Greenstone Zenith for tutoring, Knight, and Stoneforge, so I think we'll keep this hand. And we'll wait and see if our opponent wants to keep theirs as well. I'll lead off here with just a plain old Misty Rainforest, that way our opponent doesn't really know what we are playing. And we have no idea what they're playing either. So Island doesn't tell us anything, could be a number of decks. Right here, I'm going to attempt to pop my Misty Rainforest. Hopefully it doesn't get stifled, and I'm going to go get our Savannah and try to play Stoneforge Mystic, which resolves, which is awesome. I'm gonna actually get Feast and Famine right here, just because we don't know if he's playing white or not. And sort of Feast and Famine is just better in this scenario, I believe. If he does have white, then we probably would have wanted to get Lance Shadow, but Underground Sea. So, just gonna take our sword. Ideally, we do, however, have a Wasteland. Oh, he's gonna get rid of our Green Sun. That's not bad for us at all, because now we can play our Wasteland and put him back to. Oh my goodness! As if we could have asked for a better card to draw. So what I'm going to do is get rid of Underground Sea here, and I'm just going to pass a turn. That way we can activate the Stoneforge Mystic at the end of his turn and put one of our two swords into play, depending on what our opponent plays. I'm going to cast a Brainstorm here, so I'm guessing he might be a little low on mana. Duress, Brainstorm, Tarn, Underground Sea. So my guess for deck choices would be either a Storm deck or a Reanimator, but it's definitely looking more like a Storm deck. So, oh, that's good to know, because Teague would have been a much better option versus this deck. Infernal Tutor. So, Past in Flames seems pretty good. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste your time. That's basically game right there. There's nothing we can do. Let's take out cards that are well, mostly useless versus this kind of deck. We'll add in the Ooze, our two Spell Pierces, Canonist, Tormod's Crypt, Pride Mage is decent, Mother of Ruins not so much, Enlightened Tutor, Non-Stony Silence. A lot of people think you can use like Pithing Needle on this for like Lotus Petals and Lion's Eye Diamond. Actually, I don't know if Stony Silence works that way. I know Pithing Needle doesn't, but I assume. Cage is for sure. and I'll throw in the library. See, let's take out Jete, add in the bog. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to just submit now and see how this does. So yes, definitely want to play first versus this deck. Would you like to mulligan to 6? No. Decent hand. Not the most amazing hand. However, we do have Enlightened Tutor, which would allow us to get our Tormod's Crypt, or our Canonist, which would be more ideal. So the game plan here is to basically just play Savannah, pass the turn, attempt to play Enlightened Tutor at the end of our opponent's turn, given he doesn't go off that turn, and then play Canonist and hopefully be able to delay him enough to get a big enough advantage that we can actually win the game. So at the end of turn, pay the 1, cast Enlightened Tutor. Hopefully it resolves, which it does. Saying that I didn't see my Canonist, I was getting stressed out. Ooh. We don't want to know we have Wasteland, so we'll play our Grove right here, and we will cast a Wasteland. And hopefully that will buy us enough time to get the victory. So I think I'll actually get dang, he's gonna know I have Wasteland now. This is okay. Actually, you know what I'm gonna play here? I am going to attack with our Canonist first. And then I am going to use our Green Sun Zenith to tutor up a Gaddock Teeg. I think that is a much better play than playing our Stoneforge. So pay X for 2 and go get Gaddock Teeg. So yeah, I definitely am a big fan of the Enlightened Tutor 2-box sideboard for this deck. I think it's pretty awesome. There's a lot of different combinations you can put together. Okay, so here I am going to play Stoneforge. And get a Sword of Feast and Famine. And I'm going to just start trying to get in as much damage as we possibly can. Ooze is definitely a good card to have versus the Storm deck, but I think with both Canonist and Teeg, we're safer at the moment. Dang, he's getting a lot of land. Decisions. Ideally, we would have drew a land there. That way, we could play our sword and had mana to both put it into play and cast and equip it. I mean, that way we could attack and untap all of our lands. But alas, no, that's not going to happen. So he gets Volcanic Island. Ooh, interesting. So I'm going to attack with these two and see what happens. I hope he doesn't have removal right here. So I'm actually just going to pass the turn right here. Just so that at the end of his turn we can activate our Stoneforge and put the Sword of Feast and Famine into play. So he has 8 cards in hand, but probably doesn't have the ability to really go off with Canist on the board. So my guess is he's looking for. Oh, he either found it or he's going to just try to stay in the game a little bit longer. So just plays a Lone Lotus Petal. Okay. And we're going to put Sword of Feast and Famine onto the board. Ooh, nice. Definitely going to cast our Tormods here. I'm going to equip the Sword on Gaddock Teeg because, excuse me, I like Teeg a lot better here in this scenario. So we're just going to attack with a full house right here. And he'll discard a card. Pass in Flames. We get to untap all of our lands. And I'm actually going to play be playing my it's definitely between the Ooze and the Pridemage, but I think Pridemage is actually better because it gets rid of an artifact. So I'm going to play him, so that way we have Graveyard Hate, artifact removal, he can't play large spells, and he can't play more than 1 spell cards. So definitely couldn't ask for much better board position with all these cards. And yeah, that's the game right there. So just going to submit and see how we do in round 3. So obviously going to play first for him. That would be ideal. Choices, choices, choices. If this had, he mulligans a 6/2, 1 more land, this would be no doubt in my mind a keeper, just because we can play turn 1 Noble, turn 2 tutor up Gaddock Teeg, and we also have Enlightened Tutor. But in the 6, no. We can't do our Tutor Canist play like we did last game, because we will not draw a second land if we go Tutor first. So that kind of forces us to go Noble with this hand. It's a little sketchy. He has Thoughtseize anyway, so basically he's going to have to choose between Teeg and Canonist here. And depending on what he chooses, that will tell us a lot. But I'm assuming Canist is more of a problem for him because, well, that's not true. He can, well, he takes the Noble Hierarch, so fingers crossed. Hopefully we draw land. Ugh. Just not what we get. But, we do have Green Sun Zenith, and although I'd hate to use it to get an Arbor, that is a possibility if we do not draw a land next turn. So might actually come back to bite us keeping this hand. Okay, oof. We lucked out on that one. So what I'm going to do is just going to have to pass the turn here. But I think the Enlightened Tutor play will be the best play in this scenario. If we can get it to go off and he doesn't counter it, which he very well may. So get the Savannah here. Play Enlightened Tutor. Try to get our Canonist into play. And this may... Okay, oof, so that resolves. which is good for us. So now if we can draw one more land, we can tutor up Teague, and that will put us in a much safer position. Kindness gives us a little bit more wiggle room and just makes us feel a little bit more comfortable versus the Storm deck. Infernal Tutor, E, Lion's Eye. So note to self, he has 2 Lion's Eye Diamond in hand. Come on. I'm going to play the Ooze. Because that seems like a better option than just wasting our Green Sun Zenith just to play a 1-drop just because we can. And we'll get in 2 points of damage here and just hope that we can draw something. Chain of Vapor. Yeah, that's kind of what I was afraid of. Nope. So I'm going to assume he's probably going to go off this turn. Lotus Petal, followed up by 2 Lion's Eye Diamonds, and Past in Flame. No, he could actually do that. Infernal Tutor, though, seems like a much better play. Price Sacrifice, the Delta, and I believe that's probably game. So definitely needed to get the third mana source, but you know, you win some, you lose some. You can't always not get mana screwed. So ad nauseum, I'm just gonna let it ride. It's a possibility that he could very well kill himself, but highly doubt it because his deck seems a little less reckless than a lot of the excuse me, other ad nauseum decks I've seen that have yeah, that's game. He has a combo, so no point in running around. So there you have it, round 2 of the Punching Maverick deck. I'll see you all in round 3. Thanks for watching.